Here's a number I hear all the time: $100,000 a year. That's what most people think you need to travel full-time in retirement. And honestly, that number is scaring people off a dream they could actually afford. Because here's the truth, and I'm going to show you the actual math. Full-time travel in retirement can cost less than staying home. In some cases, significantly less. But there's a catch. The number that works for you depends on a handful of variables that the generic advice never talks about. And if you get those wrong, you either oversave for decades and never go, or you run out of money in Lisbon with nowhere to go home to. So today, we're doing the real math. We're going to break down what full-time travel actually costs, by travel style, by destination, by the decisions most people don't even know they're making. And I'm going to give you a framework you can actually plug your own life into. Let's get into it. Before we talk numbers, we need to kill a myth. There is no single number that works for everyone. None. And anyone who gives you a flat figure without asking you at least 5 questions first is guessing. I've spoken with full-time traveling retirees who live beautifully on $2,500 a month and others who spend $8,000 a month and feel like they're roughing it. Both are doing full-time travel. The difference isn't luck or frugality. It's how they're choosing to travel. So the first thing we need to establish is your travel style, because that's going to define everything else. There are essentially 3 tiers. Tier 1 is the slow traveler. You're staying in one place for a month or more at a time. You're renting apartments, cooking some of your own meals, living like a local. This is the most affordable way to travel full-time, and it's also, frankly, the richest experience. You're not just seeing a place, you're living in it. Tier 2 is the moderate traveler. You're moving everyone to 3 weeks. You're mixing hotels with short-term rentals, eating out most nights, doing excursions, taking day trips. This is what most people imagine when they picture retirement travel, and it comes at a real cost. Tier 3 is the luxury or high mobility traveler. You're staying in nice hotels, flying business class more than coach, booking private tours, or you're moving constantly, a new city every few days, which racks up transport costs fast. Your tier determines your budget more than any other single factor. So before we go any further, know your tier. Now, let's talk actual numbers. I'm going to walk through the 6 major cost categories for full-time travel, and I'll give you realistic ranges for each. Number 1, accommodation. This is typically your biggest expense, and it varies wildly by destination and style. Slow travelers renting long-term in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Bali can find quality 1-bedroom apartments for $500 to $900 a month. In Southern Europe, Portugal, Greece, Croatia, expect $800 to $1,400. In Western Europe or major cities like Paris or Amsterdam, you're looking at $1,500 to $2,500 for something decent. If you're moving more frequently, short-term rental platforms will push that number up. A month of Airbnbs moving weekly will cost you 30 to 50% more than locking in a monthly rental. Budget range, $700 to $3,000 per month, depending on destination and style. Number 2, food. This is the one area where full-time travelers often save money compared to their home life, especially if they're cooking some meals and eating local rather than tourist trap restaurants. In Southeast Asia, you can eat incredibly well street food local markets for $400 to $600 a month for 2 people. In Europe, budget $800 to $1,400. If you're eating out every meal at mid-range restaurants in expensive countries, push that to $1,500 to $2,000. Budget range, $400 to $2,000 per month. Number 3, transportation. Here's where most people get blindsided. Internal transport, local buses, trains, tuk-tuks, the occasional taxi, is cheap in most of the world. You're talking $50 to $150 a month if you're settled somewhere. But getting between destinations adds up fast, especially if you're flying. Budget airlines in Europe and Asia can be $50 to $150 per leg if you book ahead. But if you're impulsive, or you decide to cross an ocean, you're suddenly dropping $400 to $1,200 for a flight. A good rule of thumb: if you're moving once a month, budget $200 to $400 for transport. If you're moving weekly, budget $500 to $1,000 or more. Budget range, $150 to $1,200 per month. Number 4, health insurance. This is non-negotiable, and it's the one area I see people dangerously under budget. If you're a US retiree under 65, not yet on Medicare, this is urgent. International health insurance for a healthy person in their early 60s typically runs $200 to $500 a month per person through providers like Cigna Global, Aetna International, or Safety Wing's new Nomad plan for older travelers. If you're over 65 and on Medicare, important note, Medicare does not cover you internationally except in very narrow circumstances near the US border. Many full-time traveling retirees keep a US address to maintain Medicare and supplement it with a travel insurance policy for international coverage. Budget, $100 to $300 a month for that supplement. Budget range, $150 to $600 per month per person. Number 5, activities and experiences. Museum entries, guided tours, day trips, cooking classes. This is your fun money, and it matters. Budget travelers might spend $100 to $200 a month on activities, focusing on free and low-cost experiences. Moderate travelers typically spend $300 to $600. Experience-focused retirees who came to do things, not just sit on a beach, can easily spend $800 to $1,500. Budget range, $100 to $1,500 per month. Number 6, miscellaneous. The budget leaks. Visas and entry fees, luggage fees, phone plans and SIM cards, banking fees. Use a Schwab or Wise account to avoid these. The occasional forgotten medication, a piece of luggage that breaks, a night in an airport hotel because your connection got cancelled. Budget at minimum, $150 to $400 per month for life's surprises. All right, let's build 3 realistic budgets. Budget A, the slow traveler in affordable destinations. Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, Latin America. Moving monthly or less. Accommodation, $800. Food, $600. Transport, $200. Health insurance, $300. Activities, $200. Miscellaneous, $200. Total, $2,300 per month, or about $27,600 per year. For a couple, add 60 to 70%. Not double, because accommodation is shared, making it roughly $3,700 per month, or $44,400 per year. Budget B, the moderate traveler in mixed destinations, a blend of affordable and mid-cost countries moving every 2 to 3 weeks. Accommodation, $1,500. Food, $1,000. Transport, $500. Health insurance, $400. Activities, $500. Miscellaneous, $300. Total, $4,200 per month, or about $50,400 per year. For a couple, roughly $6,500 per month or $78,000 per year. Budget C, the comfort or high mobility traveler. Western Europe, nice hotels, frequent flights, premium experiences. Accommodation, $2,500. Food, $1,800. Transport, $1,000. Health insurance, $500. Activities, $1,000. Miscellaneous, $400. Total, $7,200 per month, or about $86,400 per year. For a couple, roughly $11,000 per month, or $132,000 per year. Now, here's the reality check. The number that blows people's minds is Budget A. $27,000 a year for solo full-time travel in amazing places. That is less than the median American household spends just on housing. The budgets I've shown you are starting points. Here are 4 variables that can significantly shift your number, up or down. Variable 1, your home base. Do you keep a home in your home country, or do you go full-time nomad? Maintaining a property back home while traveling adds $1,000 to $2,500 a month to your budget. Giving it up, or renting it out, completely changes the math. Many retirees rent their home while traveling and find it covers a big chunk of their travel costs. Variable 2, your tax situation. This one needs a conversation with an international tax advisor, not a YouTube video, but it's real. Some countries offer retiree residency visas with significant tax advantages. Panama's Pensionado visa and Malaysia's MM2H program can legitimately reduce your tax burden if structured correctly. Variable 3, currency dynamics. Your purchasing power changes with exchange rates. A strong currency makes Europe and Southeast Asia dramatically cheaper. A weak one hurts. Having some currency diversification in your savings can act as a natural hedge. Variable 4, the unexpected. A dental emergency abroad. A family situation that pulls you home for a month. A destination that costs more than you planned. Build a buffer, not just in your budget, but in your savings. A $10,000 to $20,000 emergency fund sitting in a high-yield account can be the difference between a manageable surprise and a crisis. So, how much do you actually need? If you're a solo slow traveler with no home base in the right destinations, you can do this beautifully for $28,000 to $40,000 a year. A couple can travel the world in real comfort for $50,000 to $70,000. And yes, if you want luxury and flexibility, that number climbs. But it's still often competitive with what that lifestyle would cost at home. The real math isn't a single scary number. It's your number, built from your travel style, your destinations, your health situation, and how much uncertainty you're comfortable sitting with. The people I've seen thrive at this aren't the ones who had the most money. They're the ones who did the math honestly and then made decisions on purpose rather than by default. If you want to go deeper, I'd love to hear in the comments, what's your biggest unknown when it comes to the financial side of full-time travel? Is it health insurance? Is it not knowing what your home-based situation looks like? Tell me, because your questions shape what we cover next. And if this was useful, share it with someone who's been talking about doing this but hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Sometimes people just need to see that the math actually works. I'll see you in the next one.